A very warm good evening to those who have joined the session. I welcome you all to Civil Services Achievers Point. As you know that we are currently going through the Prelims capsule course, and today is a very big day for the candidates, those who are preparing for Civil Services exam. And you know that the date has been announced by the Assam Public Service Commission, and the date that they have announced is 12th of September 2021. So it's high time now that you pull up your socks and gear up your preparation. So yeah, that's a good question, Anurag. Like till which month you have to study the current affairs? So normally it is advised that the last 2 months is not required. Okay, so if it is on September, so we don't have to look the current affairs of September and August, and in fact maybe of July also, but it's always advised that you look, I will recommend that you look the current affairs till July 31st. Okay, August month you can completely leave, and September also it's not required, but again on a daily basis you can go through the current affairs. And from tomorrow we are starting with the daily current affairs video lecture series, which will be available in the YouTube channel. So from tomorrow again we are providing the daily current affairs video analysis along with the notes. So I hope you will like it and you will support our new initiative. So without wasting much time, let's now move ahead and continue our discussion from where we had left yesterday. Okay, so as you know that we are discussing the budget. Okay, and the budget of last year, that is 2021, we had been discussing yesterday, and today we'll complete it, and we'll also discuss the 2021-2022 budget of this year. Okay, very warm good evening to everyone. Let's now move ahead with the budget discussion. So whatever we are discussing, you just need to emphasize on those particular points. It's not that required to go into the details or the research work for each and every scheme. Please avoid that, okay? Because whatever they will ask you, they will definitely ask the facts or about the beneficiaries, who are the benefit, because now we are basically talking about the schemes and the welfare measures, right? So when you are studying different welfare measures or schemes, some of the points that you need to specifically focus upon is that who are the beneficiaries of that particular scheme, okay? Or what is the total corpus amount that is allocated in the budget for that particular scheme, all right? Or whether that particular scheme is available in only one state or it is available in the entire country. Okay, then who is the benefit, who are the beneficiaries of this particular scheme? So you need to know. And also along with that, one major point that becomes is that under which department or under which ministry the scheme is basically launched, or who is the nodal agency, okay, who is looking after the implementation of this particular scheme. All right, and sometimes you see that one particular scheme is launched as an umbrella scheme, okay, and within that umbrella scheme a lot of different pre-existing schemes are actually put under or subsumed under that umbrella scheme. Okay, so that also you need to know if any particular scheme is putting or taking over a particular scheme which is already existed. So you need to know those particular facts. Okay, at the same time, for example, if you see that in the last year budget, this why we are covering the last year budget, because again last year there was no prelims. Okay, so it becomes really important. 2020 and 2021 current affairs will be definitely important. In fact, if you get some time, you can also go through 2019 current affairs. Okay, we have our yearly compilation of 2019 available also. Okay, you can, in the given number, if you want, you can get it by calling that given number. Also, I would request you to, if you have not subscribed this course, you can download our CSAP app, all right, from the Play Store and the Apple iStore, and you can subscribe to this prelims capsule course. You will get a lot of exciting things along with this video lectures, which are like the test series along with the past year 25 years of UPSC solved question papers, and also the PDF materials of these classes. Okay, so I'll tell you one thing, that since the date has been already declared, that is 12th of September, the last year or the past year 25 years question papers of solved solutions question papers of UPSC will be very important for this particular year, because there is a very high probability that good number of questions can be picked up from the past year UPSC question papers. All right, so please don't miss that part, and also don't take it as a question, take it as a topic, okay, of the questions that have been present in the past year question paper. So take it as a topic. If there is any particular question on any particular topic, read that topic, okay, cover that topic from end to end, okay, so that if anything else comes from that particular topic, you are able to solve that question easily. Okay, so also, since this time there will be some negative marking, okay, that is negative marking is there, so definitely you cannot attempt all the questions. If you're not very sure with any particular question, please keep that question, okay, but you have to apply the elimination round. Okay, I'll also take some elimination round how to attempt, okay, after 10-15 days. By mid of August, I'll be also discussing about how to attempt the questions. Okay, even if you do not know a particular answer, still you can derive to the correct answer, and how to do it we will discuss about the strategy also. But keep it in your mind that you at least need to attempt 80, 85 or 90 questions out of 100 in order to get 120 plus in your prelims paper. Okay, if you are expecting 120 plus, you need to attempt at least 80 questions to 85 questions. If you are attempting 70-75 questions, it's very difficult to get 120 plus in that. Okay, so it is really very important that you need to like focus upon the elimination round. Okay, that elimination round is very important, because I'm going to teach you that part, okay, later on. Even if you are not very sure with the one option, but still you can attempt those questions, and you have to attempt those questions, because it is really important to know that you cannot get 80 questions the answers with 100% surety in the examination hall. Okay, it really becomes very difficult. So out of 100 questions, if you're getting so for example around 50 questions where you are 100% sure, now with those 100% like 100% surety number of questions, that is around 50. Okay, so there definitely no human being is going to attempt with 100% accuracy. So what you need to do is, like, you at least need to take some risk, and you have to take some calculated risk in your examination hall, okay, for at least 20 to 25 or 30 questions to attempt 80 to 85 questions. Okay, so there, when you are not very sure with one option, so you have to take the risk, but there obviously some calculated risk, not some blind risk. Okay, so that is not going to work out, because there is negative marking. So you have to be very like alert, okay, while taking the decisions. And sometimes what happens is, like, you tend to do a lot of silly mistakes, so please avoid those. And now it's high time that you start practicing a lot of MCQs and start giving test series. We have the 27 test series which are available in our app, so you please attempt those test series, okay, and in an examination environment. All right, so do not avoid this practicing of MCQs and test series. Only that will help you crack prelims. If you are focusing only on studies, you may not crack the prelims. All right, like, get that in your mind, very like in a very proper way. But if you are solving MCQs, make a target that on a daily basis you can at least solve 100 MCQs. Okay, you will need 2-3 hours, because you also need to see the solutions and study the questions which you do not know. But daily 100 MCQs is must from now on. Okay, even if you start from today is 27th, you have another 3-4 days in this month, you have 31 days on August, and you have 10 days on September. So you have at least 40 to 45 days, and if you can still solve 4500 questions. Okay, so that is going to help you a lot. So please start from today itself. 4500 questions should be your target for the next 40 days. Okay, because you have another 40 to 45 days time on your hand, so please utilize it in a very proper manner. All right, so now when we are talking about the employees welfare measures, all right, so yahan pe, this is for whom I told you like what are the points that you need to basically highlight or study or focus upon when you are talking about basically about the schemes, that who is the beneficiary in that particular scheme. Okay, now this employees welfare measure, yahan pe the home guard personnel, okay, now unka jo ex gratia amount hai, that is increased, okay, by another 2 lakhs to be funded by the state. So it will be funded by whom? It will be funded by the state and increased by 2 lakhs. Now rupees 2.5 lakhs ex gratia payment to next kid in case of unfortunate death of master roll, okay, casual. Now fixed pay आशा एंड आंगनवाड़ी वर्कर्स, सो इनके लिए ये थोड़ा अमाउंट ज्यादा होगा, that is 2.5 lakhs. Now what is gratia or ex gratia payment? It's like, now gratia payment आपको तब मिलता है when you are a permanent employee of an organization. Okay, and when I was working in the corporate, for us it was like आपको minimum 5 years काम करना पड़ेगा उस organization में, and after that you are eligible to withdraw the gratia amount. Okay, but if you leave the company within before 5 years, completion of 5 years, you are not eligible to get this payment. Okay, and I have left it before 5 years, so obviously मेरा पैसे like मुझे वापस नहीं मिला. But it is also one part is cut from the salary. I forgot actually what happens, but that is what it actually means. So यहाँ पे home guard personnel के लिए it is getting increased. So again you can see that this is about wage reforms. Okay, mains में आपको काम आएगा इसमें. Okay, wage reforms. So all these are highlighting what? All these are highlighting your DPSP, Directive Principles of State Policy, and along with that, this you can also relate to the topic of labor reforms. All right. So moving ahead, next there is one like additional honorarium to midday meal workers. Okay, so this is not very important from exam perspective. मतलब midday meal scheme is important, but again ये जो rupees 500 per month additional मिलेगा midday meal worker को, but this is not that important that it will be asked in the exam. So this will cost around rupees 36 crore to the state's budget. ठीक है, ration, but again you need to be very very clear under midday meal scheme. Now I think you now अगर question आता है यहाँ पे, for example let me just take 1 minute and discuss this part. So midday meal के ऊपर अगर question आता है तो यहाँ पे आप एक बात बोल सकते हो कि this is under what? National Food Security Act now. Okay, so the thing that I was talking at, that this is submerged under this particular scheme. Okay, so this kind of statements are also being asked in the examination. Okay, so midday meal is coming under NFSA, and this act becomes really important, and this act came in the year of 2013. Okay, so it came in the year of 2013, so you please be very very clear with this. So ration increase for police. Okay, police को और ration support मिलेगा monthly to rupees 2000 to benefit कितने लोगों को मिलेगा? 50,000 पुलिस पर्सनल को 2000 rupees ज्यादा मिलेगा for ration support. Incentive schemes for frontline workers. Okay, Kaziranga, Manas and Orang National Park. All right, not very important again. We have already discussed this protected areas in great details in last three classes. Okay, announcement on teachers transfer. All right, not very important. Establishment grant for Gaon Burhas. Okay, so one time establishment grant to each Gaon Burha of rupees 10,000, and this is to undertake refurbishment, upgradation, modernization of office space of the Gaon Burhas. All right, so this is what? This is making your village smart. Okay, this is making your village smart. Now this is a very very important point. Okay, कल भी हम लोगों ने देखा था about आदर्श ग्राम, right, योजना. So that is something that you need to know. ये सब आपको मेंस में लिखने के लिए points काम आ सकता है. Revamping आंगनवाड़ी center. Now this is a very very important one. And आंगनवाड़ी center में क्या आएगा अभी? Electricity to all along with gas connection. Okay, convert existing Anganwadi centers and tea gardens to creches for young infants. Now these creches are very important because the females that go mainly go into Anganwadi centers, they work now if they have delivered to a baby or a child, if you have a child, so it is very important to maintain the work-life balance, and the crutches are actually very important. All right, so now the major portion of the budget comes here, and we will discuss about the 18 flagship program. Now there's a very high probability that questions will definitely come, at least one question will come from this 18 flagship program. Okay, so please try to be very clear with this flagship programs. Okay, so we will now see one by one. Okay, so the first one, increasing stake of Assam government in Numaligarh Refinery Limited. Now we had already seen this yesterday. Okay, and NRL's origin can be traced back to the historic Assam Accord. I had already asked this question to you, and many of you had answered it rightly. Okay, so your Assam Accord was signed in 1985, right? So, and Numaligarh Refinery was also an outcome of this Assam Accord. Okay, so government of Assam to require additional shareholding in NRL. So, kitne percent to take its total stake to 26%. So, government of Assam ka stake, ye in fact this investment ka ulta ho raha hai. Normally, we tend to see the disinvestment process happening right now with the public sector undertakings and the government agencies, but this is something happening ulta. Okay, opposite. So, ensure NRL remains a public sector undertaking in the long run. Term, capacity to be expanded to 9 mmtpa from present 3 mmtp capacity, and rupees 1500 crore earmarked for this scheme. So this is a very important scheme that you need to know, because यहाँ पे आपका statement उल्टा करके पूछा जा सकता है. They might ask you, just give me 1 second. Okay, sorry, I had just urgent call was coming, so I had to just drop a message there. So you can see here that the Numaligarh is the outcome of the Assam Accord, and at the same time the stake is going to increase to 26%. So you see that this is also a very important one, and in fact this targets can also be asked in the form of a statement, and also iske liye kitna paise fund allocate ho raha hai in this budget, so that also becomes really important. Okay, so these facts you have to remember from exam perspective. Next is your Anna Yojana. Okay, so under Anna Yojana, free rice milta hai for all beneficiaries under NFSA. Okay, so you see this, who are the beneficiaries? Those who are listed to get those who are eligible to get products under NFSA. Okay, so total number of beneficiary families kitne hai Assam mein? 57 lakhs, and ensure nutritional guarantee for all, because if you provide a free food, okay, to the poor families, so what will happen there? Problem of malnutrition, problem of hunger, problem of poverty, जो हम लोग कल पढ़ रहे थे regarding the what SDG goals. Yes or no? I hope you remember those SDG goals. ठीक है कि no poverty, zero hunger, ठीक है, quality education and so on. So 5 क्या था वो? Gender inequality. और 10 क्या था आपका? Remove it or promote equality, right? So please try to remember those goals of sustainable development goals. It is a very important topic for this particular year. So under that आपका क्या होगा इसमें? Food security promote करने के लिए we are promoting this type of schemes. And अगर food security promote होता है तो आपका, now this is like a positive cycle which runs. Okay, food security promoted means health improved. Health improved means आपका economic participation will also improve. Economic participation will improve. Then your incomes will improve. Incomes will improve तो savings will improve. Savings will improve तो आपका डिमांड बढ़ेगा मार्केट में. डिमांड बढ़ेगा तो फिर सप्लाई बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. सप्लाई बढ़ाने के लिए फिर से नया इन्वेस्टमेंट करना पड़ेगा. कैपिटल चाहिए, ठीक है, तो उसके लिए फिर से न्यू जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज खोल के आएगा. ओके, सो न्यू जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज मतलब और लोगों को पैसे मिलेगा, और सेविंग्स होगा, और डिमांड बढ़ेगा. तो अल्टीमेटली इट इज लाइक वर्किंग लाइक अ पॉजिटिव साइकिल. ओके, इट इज आल्सो क्रिएटिंग एम्प्लॉयमेंट. सो फूड सिक्योरिटी इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड आल्सो दिस टाइप ऑफ फूड सिक्योरिटी से क्या होगा? आपका इंक्लूसिव ग्रोथ प्रमोट होगा. सबका साथ सबका विकास. एट द सेम टाइम उनका एम्पावरमेंट इज आल्सो वेरी एसेंशियल. ठीक है, सो प्लीज ट्राई टू सी दिस दैट अन्ना योजना इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्कीम. नेक्स्ट दैट वी कैन सी talk about is about a Chotisman Ahom. And under Chotisman Ahom, simple, they will ask you that what is the target, okay, or what is the aim and objective of this particular scheme. So Chotisman Ahom is what? Free electricity to all households with monthly consumption less than 30 units. ठीक है, तो normally 30 units is a very less consumption. So किसके घर में 30 यूनिट से कम होगा? जिसके पास कम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रोडक्ट्स है, राइट? एंड कम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रोडक्ट्स किसके घर में होगा? दोज हु आर पुअर or vulnerable sections of people. Okay, so they should get free electricity. And you please try to remember this figure. This is a very important one, and to all households. ठीक है, it is not कि वहाँ पे options में change कर देगा कि is this will be received by only SC ST population. Okay, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. It is available for everyone, but provided their monthly consumption is less than 30 units, adequate to cover basic electricity needs of a family. ठीक है, so Chotisman Ahom is free electricity 30 units all households. ठीक है, ऐसे याद कर लेना. और बेनिफिशियरी कितने होगा? इंस्टेंटली 14 लाख फैमिलीज. तो ये भी थोड़ा सा देख लेना, बिकॉज स्टेटमेंट में ये दिया जा सकता है 14 लाख फैमिलीज हो या फिर 57 लाख फैमिली जो हमें मिला यहाँ पे अन्ना योजना में. ठीक है, सो यहाँ पे भी आप इसको देखो. उसके बाद एडिशनली गवर्नमेंट टू ट्रांसफर अ सब्सिडी ऑफ रुपीज 400 crore to APDCL to insulate consumers from upward revision in tariff. All right, so this 400 crores is also very very important. Okay, so APDCL को कितना पैसा मिला है? 400 करोड़. तो subsidize this part. Then comes your Swami Vivekananda Youth Empowerment Yojana. Now, this is also very important. देखो सारी चीज ना डेवलपमेंट वेलफेयर के फोकस में ही है. ओके, और ये होगा तो क्या होगा? देश का जीडीपी बढ़ेगा. ठीक है, और देश का जीडीपी बढ़ेगा तो डेफिनेटली सबका साथ सबका विकास प्रमोट हो सकता है. ओके, सो दिस इज अ रीडिजाइन स्वामी विवेकानंदा यूथ एम्पावरमेंट योजना, एंड दिस इज क्रिएशन ऑफ व्हाट? एंटरप्रेन्योरियल सपोर्ट. ये हम लोगों ने कल भी डिस्कस किया था, बट दिस इज ऑन द लाइंस ऑफ व्हाट? नेशनल रूरल लाइवलीहुड मिशन, जिसके अंदर बहुत सारे एसएचजीस काम करते हैं. ठीक है, और सिमिलरली वी आल्सो हैव द स्टेट लेवल असम ASLRM, okay, Assam State Livelihood Rural Mission. So that is also वहाँ पे बहुत सारे products अभी SHGs, let's say Ahomi करके अभी mask they are producing mask, okay, at the time of pandemic. So these are very good steps, and people are also getting an opportunity to earn money and look after their livelihood and promote their socio-economic conditions. ठीक है, so each member of the group to receive कितना? ये already हम लोगों ने कल देखा था 50,000 रुपए मिलेगा. Okay, each member of the group. ठीक है, and to encourage youth, ताकि youth और आगे आए और इकोनॉमिकली कुछ प्रोड्यूस करे rather than simply finding jobs तो इतने हैं नहीं. ठीक है, so it will cover around 2 lakh youths of the state. So this is a very very positive step. Next comes your about the tea garden workers, that is Chai Bagisa Dhan Puraskar Mela. Now this is also a very important scheme of the Assam state government, और यहाँ पे आपको नॉर्मली पता है कि असम इज हैविंग अ लॉट ऑफ टी गार्डन्स. ओके, स्पेशली इन द अपर असम एरिया, डिब्रूगढ़, तिनसुकिया. ओके, सो देयर आर आल्सो टी गार्डन्स इन अदर डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स लाइक शिवसागर, जोरहाट, गोलाघाट, लखीमपुर. But in Lakhimpur, there are very few, less number of tea gardens. Like for example, only nine tea gardens are there in Lakhimpur. But again, we have some good numbers of tea gardens in Sonitpur district. Then we have a good number of tea gardens in Kachar district. Okay, so also very few numbers in Gosaigao area of Kokrajhar district. Okay, so we have a lot of tea gardens spread across 10 to 11 districts of Assam, and in here, like around 7,21,485 tea garden workers from 752 gardens. Okay, they've received the benefit of rupees 5,000 each during financial year 18-19. ठीक है, तो ये पहले से ही चल रहा था. Now they will receive another 3,000, okay, in the year of 2021, and will reap financial inclusion. So इससे क्या promote होगा? Financial inclusion promote होगा, ultimately inclusive growth promote होगा. ठीक है, so this is what is talking about चाय बागीसा धन पुरस्कार मेला. ठीक है, तो ये आप थोड़ा सा देख लेना, इसको भी थोड़ा सा पढ़ लेना, इसके ऊपर बिल्कुल क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. Then next scheme that this budget was talking about is about the welfare schemes for the Tea tribes and Adivasi. Okay, so again related to Tea tribes, and this is a very important part. In Assam, almost around 22% of the population actually belongs to tea garden areas. Okay, or it belongs to the tea tribes. Now this is a very very important phenomena. 22% is a massive population. Okay, so their welfare has to be looked after. Their wage compensation for pregnant women, because during pregnancy if you're not able to work in the garden, so what about your wage? Okay, so it has to be compensated, and for existing 6 months to 9 months, and compensation increased to rupees 18,000 to be paid in 6 installments. इसको बढ़िया से देख लेना, कितने इंस्टॉलमेंट? 6, मतलब 3,000 रुपए करके मिलेगा. ठीक है, 6 इंस्टॉलमेंट में. विल सपोर्ट प्रीनेटल एंड पोस्टनेटल हेल्थ चेकअप्स, ठीक है. तो ऐसे भी दे सकते हैं कि इट विल बी received only during the prenatal, okay, that means before delivery, but no, it is not like that, okay, it is before delivery, also after delivery health checkups. जो भी delivery के बाद भी checkups के लिए पैसे खर्च होता है, तो आपको 3 महीने पहले 3 महीने बाद, मतलब आपको 6 इंस्टॉलमेंट में 18,000 rupees you will get, also to look after the nutritional security of both the baby as well as the mother, because असम में आपको खास करके पता होगा हम लोगों का IMR और MMR is very very high as compared to other states, okay, so this and we have to reduce this, and इसके लिए हमें institutional deliveries promote करना है, ठीक है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा maximum nutrition promote करना है बच्चों का, माँ का, ठीक है. तो these are very very important phenomena. Next, educational benefit, one time support, ठीक है, टी ट्राइब एंड आदिवासी स्टूडेंट्स को जो HSLC और HS एग्जाम पास करेंगे उनको 10,000 रुपए वन टाइम सपोर्ट मिलेगा, ठीक है. स्टूडेंट्स विल कंटिन्यू टू रिसीव सेम बेनिफिट प्रोवाइडेड दे आर स्टिल परसुइंग देयर एकेडमिक कोर्स. सो एक बार उन्होंने HSLC पास कर लिया एंड टिल द टाइम दे आर परसुइंग देयर ग्रेजुएशन और मास्टर डिग्री, या फिर जब तक वो लोग पढ़ाई करते हैं, तो उनको तब तक 10,000 रुपए एवरी ईयर मिलेगा, ठीक है. सो अदर स्कीम्स आप देख लो, 14,000 youths to get rupees 25,000 each for starting entrepreneurial activities, additional 20,000 youths to get the same benefit in, तो यूथ्स के लिए और एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप प्रमोशन के लिए ये है. स्मार्टफोन्स, ठीक है, टी गार्डन सरदार्स को 4,000 अप्रोक्सीमेटली. नाउ हु आर सरदार्स? सरदार्स आर लाइक द लीडर्स ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप विद इन द टी गार्डन, ओके. तो उनको स्मार्टफोन्स दिया गया है. जैसे इस बार सरकार ने क्लास 9 और 10 के बच्चों को स्मार्टफोन्स देने का प्रॉमिस किया है, ठीक है. सो इट्स अ गुड स्टेप. सो गवर्नमेंट टू फैसिलिटेट ग्रेचुइटी पेमेंट, ठीक है, ग्रेचुइटी पेमेंट भी करेंगे. ये सारे टी गार्डन वर्कर्स के लिए है मेनली, ठीक है. उनको एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप सपोर्ट के लिए एक्स्ट्रा 25,000 रुपए मिल रहा है 14,000 यूथ्स को, ठीक है. देन 300 किलोमीटर ऑफ रोड्स इन 300 टी गार्डन डिविजन्स भी कंस्ट्रक्टेड, रास्ता भी बन रहा है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलप हो रहा है. देन 102 न्यू हाई स्कूल्स, ठीक है, हाई स्कूल्स आर गेटिंग डेवलप्ड. रिनोवेशन ऑफ 100 फुटबॉल ग्राउंड. स्पोर्ट्स इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट part for the development of youths. Establishment of district and block program management units for effective implementation of schemes. इसीलिए तो इस बार लास्ट ईयर जितने लोगों ने APSC क्लियर किया था उनमें से around 70 officers has been posted now as what BDO. Okay, because why this happened? Many ACS officers are actually complaining that this is a demotion for us. But this is, see, for the greater good, this is a good. This has happened for a good cause, because this time the present government, when they had appointed the minister guardians in different districts, okay, the guardian ministers actually reported to the chief minister of our state that the proper development at the block level is not happening because the government has not been able to appoint the BDOs from a long time. Okay, so that is why immediate BDO appointment should take place. Now at this time when the exams are not happening, so it is not possible, and that is why the chief minister has taken a very smart decision that the present assistant commissioners, those who have joined this year, okay, some of them have been appointed as a BDO, so that at the grassroots level, at the block level, the proper developments take place, okay, which will actually help the entire state to progress. And that is a very noble step and actually a good step. But किसी को बुरा लग सकता है कि ACS होके उनको BDO होना पड़ रहा है. But again, if you can perform well, maybe you will be promoted again after a certain time period, okay, because the government will definitely look after that. All right, so don't take it otherwise, but think about a greater good. You are definitely going there because somewhere there was like some development was not happening, and you can be the torch bearer there, okay. People will definitely bless you. So that's a good step, in fact, I would say. And these are also the some of the schemes that has been talked about. The next one is about the Arundhati scheme, okay. तो यहाँ पे आपको क्या हो रहा है कि if like a newly wed bride, okay, अगर if you are a female and if you are getting married, so लेकिन आपका annual family income less than ₹5 lakhs होना पड़ेगा, okay, then you will get what 40,000 आपको कैश मिलेगा and 1 tola gold आपको मिलेगा from the government side. And this scheme name is what? Arundhati. So mandatory registration of marriage, okay, लेकिन आपको court marriage मतलब कोर्ट में आपको marriage certificate निकालना पड़ेगा as per the Special Marriage Act of 1954. So please try to remember this particular year. Then we can talk about the comprehensive social security schemes, ठीक है. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो widow pensions, okay, of ₹250 per month, and one-time grant of ₹25,000 as family assistance to widows, okay, और हर महीने उनको क्या मिलेगा? 250 रुपए. शहीद कुशल कुंवर सार्वजनीन वृद्धा पेंशन आसनी, ठीक है. So this is again वृद्धा पेंशन आसनी means again pension. Now यहाँ पे आपको 250 per month to citizens above 60 years of age. ठीक है, आपको लग सकता है कि ये 250 रुपए बहुत कम है, लेकिन एक गरीब फैमिली के मेंबर को जब 250 रुपए भी अकाउंट में लाइक दे गेट और 500 और 1000 रुपीज, ओके 1000 रुपीज भी अगर मिलता है उनको साल में, जब 12,000 रुपए मिलता है ना, तो इट इज अ वेरी बिग थिंग फॉर देम. ओके, फॉर यू और फॉर मी इट मे बी अ वेरी स्मॉल अमाउंट, बट फॉर families who are very vulnerable, for them even this money is a very important part of their life. All right, so और इसमें भी बहुत सारे ऑफिसर्स पैसे खा जाते हैं, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, बिकॉज अभी तो डीबीटी आ गया है, डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर, डायरेक्टली इट इज गेटिंग ट्रांसफर टू द खाता और द अकाउंट ऑफ द बेनिफिशियरीज. ऑलराइट, लेकिन वहां पे फिर थोड़ा सा करप्शन कैसे होता है कि जिसका नाम बेनिफिशियरी लिस्ट में होना चाहिए उनका नाम नहीं होता है, और जिसका नाम नहीं होना चाहिए उनका नाम हो जाता है वहां पे. ओके, एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड एज योर एक्सक्लूजन एंड इंक्लूजन एरर. ओके, वो होता है थ्रू नेक्सस, तो वो नहीं होना चाहिए, उसका प्रॉपर वेरिफिकेशन होना चाहिए. ठीक है, अगर यहाँ पे लिखा है कि मंथली फॉर एग्जाम्पल अरुंधति स्कीम में 5 लाख मंथली एनुअल इनकम से कम होना पड़ेगा तभी आपको मिलना चाहिए, लेकिन अगर प्रॉपर वेरिफिकेशन नहीं होता है तो जो जिनका 5 लाख से भी ज्यादा होता है उनका भी नाम उसमें ऐड हो जाता है, एंड दे अननेसेसरीली गेट बिकम द बेनिफिशियरी. तो व्हेन दे गेट, समवन एल्स विल नॉट गेट, राइट, बिकॉज देयर इज अ फिक्स्ड टोटल अमाउंट ऑफ मनी allocated for this, for all type of schemes. ठीक है, so you'll remember about the शहीद कुशल कुंवर सार्वजनिक वृद्धा पेंशन योजना. ठीक है, 60 इयर्स से ज्यादा 13 लाख सीनियर सिटीजन्स कवर हुआ है सो फार. ठीक है, बहुत बड़ा नंबर है ये. एडिशनल 10% टू बी कवर्ड इन फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2021. एंड दीनदयाल दिव्यांग सहाय्य आसनी. ओके, दिव्यांग्स मीन्स द ones those who are like a bit handicapped, all right, or but we don't tell them as handicapped nowadays, we tell them as what, differently abled. Okay, so we went to them, they are getting 1,000 rupees per month, okay, in Assam. Then IDEO Hendik Mahila Samman Asoni, that this is a new pension scheme for unmarried or divorced or separated or single women above the age of 40 years. उनको भी 250 रुपए per month मिलेगा. ठीक है, so in a year they are getting 3,000 rupees. So बहुत लोगों के लिए साल में 3,000 रुपए मिलना भी बहुत बड़ी चीज है. ठीक है, तो ये आप दोनों देख लेना, ये सारे स्कीम्स मेंस में भी इसको मेंशन करना हो सकता है. और इसमें देखो ये जो एज है ना, दिस इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एज, आपको आपका एग्जाम में पूछा जा सकता है. दैट इज अबाउट द आइडिया हैंडिक महिला सम्मान आसोनी. दिस इज अबाउट द सिंगल वुमेन और डाइवोर्स्ड और ओके वैसे वुमेन को, लेकिन उनका एज मिनिमम 40 इयर्स होना पड़ेगा, उनको तब क्या मिलेगा, 250 रुपए मिलेगा. ठीक है, दीनदयाल दिव्यांग सहाय्य आसनी में कोई एज लिमिट नहीं है. दोज हु आर डिफरेंटली एबल दे विल गेट इट 1,000 रुपीज पर मंथ. एंड शहीद कुशल कुंवर में लेकिन एज लिमिट है, अबव 60 होना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, सो उसके बाद विस्तार, देन नेक्स्ट स्कीम इज अबाउट टॉकिंग अबाउट विस्तारिता कनकलता महिला सबलीकरण आसनी. सो इट इज अबाउट वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट. वुमेन के ऊपर क्वेश्चन आते हैं तो आपको ये सब मेंशन करना चाहिए. ओके, सो दे विल रिवॉल्विंग फंड ऑफ रुपीज 25,000 एंड रुपीज 10,000 फॉर फीमेल एसएचजीज. ठीक है, तो दिस इज फॉर व्हाट, प्रमोशन ऑफ एसएचजीज, सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स, मेनली इकोनॉमिक. ओके, फॉर देयर, बिकॉज सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप में क्या होता है, आपको लोन मिलना, क्रेडिट फैसिलिटीज मिलना आसान हो जाता है. ओके, यू बिकम मोर व्हाट, एम्पावर्ड. All right, because you now act as a team. Okay, so rupees 50,000 to each SHG is eligible to avail bank loans benefiting. कितना आपका 1 लाख SHG से ज्यादा को बेनिफिट करेगा ये. ठीक है, आप देख लो कितने सारे SHGs है. Getting it? So इसमें अगर एक SHG में अगर मान लीजिए 10 फीमेल भी एनरोल है, so that means it is, this particular scheme is meeting okay to 10 lakhs of women. Okay, ये बहुत बड़ा स्कीम है. Okay, and then so scooties for Jivika Sakhis along with monthly allowance of rupees 500 is also being provided. ठीक है, so Jivika Sakhis are who Sakhi, like आपके पास एक स्कीम है बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ. ओके, सेंट्रल स्कीम है ये. वहां पे भी like there are two keywords like Sakhi and Saheli. Okay, now they are actually looking after their sahelis or their friends. Okay, one of the younger girl is appointed as a saheli and sakhi. So similarly, these Jivika Sakhis are actually looking after the employability and all the details of this SHGs and helping out the other female members. Okay, so they are also getting a scooty along with a monthly. ये monthly allowance 500 रुपए का क्यों मिलता है, ताकि एटलीस्ट स्कूटी देने से नहीं चलेगा, पेट्रोल डालने के लिए भी पैसे चाहिए, तो डेफिनेटली दे कैन यूज इट. Okay, so Vistarita Kanaklata Mahila Sabolikaran Asoni, so this becomes very important. Okay, 25,000 और 10,000 for female SHGs, ठीक है, और 50,000 मिलेगा आपको to avail bank loans. All right, so this is a very important part. Next one is about, we are talking about Assam Mala. Okay, similarly we have Bharat Mala. Okay, at the national level, which is trying to build up various road infrastructure, okay, along with bridges, expressways and everything. But we also have at the state level Assam Mala. So यहाँ पे transformation of 57617 kilometer of state highways and major district and other roads, ठीक है, तो state highways transformation होगा, ठीक है, मतलब अच्छा होगा, मेजर डिस्ट्रिक्ट रोड्स होगा एंड आल्सो अदर रोड्स लाइक विलेज रोड्स एंड एवरीथिंग. नाउ फॉर ₹250 crore फॉर अपग्रेडेशन ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल रोड्स इन 7 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स, ठीक है. तो इंडस्ट्रियल रोड्स मतलब जो इंडस्ट्रियल रोड्स होते हैं अंडर द एस्टेट सिस्टम, ओके, और द बिटवीन द बैकवर्ड एंड फॉरवर्ड लिंकेजेस. सो उसमें जो जितने भी इंडस्ट्रियल रोड्स है, ठीक है, वो अराउंड ₹250 crore मिल रहा है फॉर अपग्रेडेशन एंड 1000 टिम्बर ब्रिजेस टू बी कन्वर्टेड टू आरसीसी स्ट्रक्चर्स, ठीक है. तो असम जैसे भारतमाला में भी ब्रिजेस एक्सप्रेसवेज है, मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी बोला. तो असम माला में भी इट इज नॉट, सी ये मैं क्यों आपको स्पेशली बोल रहा हूँ, बिकॉज आपको स्टेटमेंट में कंफ्यूजन करने के लिए आपको दिया जा सकता है कि असम माला, ओके, इट इज ओनली टॉकिंग अबाउट डेवलपिंग रोड्स. इट इज नॉट, इट इज इवन टॉकिंग सी डेवलपिंग द ब्रिजेस. ओके, इट इज अ very important fact that you need to know. Around 1000 timber bridges to be converted to RCC structures. All right, I hope it is going good. ठीक है, so let's now move ahead. Pragyan Bharati. Okay, the next important scheme is Pragyan Bharati. Admission fee waiver, free textbooks and uniforms in government schools, or ₹1,000 to 1 lakh students for textbooks. ठीक है, तो Pragyan Bharati is for what? The education, mainly in the government schools. क्या क्या मिलेगा उसमें? टेक्स्ट बुक मिलेगा, फी वेव करेंगे एंड यूनिफॉर्म भी मिलेगा उसमें, ठीक है, और किताब खरीदने के लिए another ₹1,000 the students will get. Okay, and कितने स्टूडेंट्स को मिलेगा? ऑलमोस्ट अराउंड 1 लाख स्टूडेंट को मिलेगा ये, ठीक है. तो टेक्स्ट बुक असिस्टेंस ऑफ ₹1,500 एंड ₹2,000 फॉर स्टूडेंट एट ग्रेजुएट एंड पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट लेवल. सो अलग अलग पैसा मिल रहा है. ग्रेजुएट, तो आप देखो बेनिफिशियरी कौन है, देखो मैं बार बार बोल रहा हूँ, बेनिफिशियरी कौन है स्पेसिफिक आपको जानना पड़ेगा. सो यहाँ पे क्या एलिमेंट्री स्कूल में पढ़ने वाले बच्चे हैं? नहीं, यहाँ पे ग्रेजुएट लेवल का स्टूडेंट्स भी है और पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट लेवल का स्टूडेंट भी है. तो अगर आपको एग्जाम में दे दिया कि इट इज ओनली कवरिंग द, for example, your only the students belonging to elementary school or to high school, that will be a wrong statement. Okay, because you see that even graduate and postgraduate levels को भी यहाँ पे textbook assistance मिल रहा है. ₹1,000 per month to all students towards their mess dues, ठीक है, खाने के लिए भी उनको ₹1,000 मिल रहा है. After that, if you see like scooties to 20,000 top ranked female students in class 12, ठीक है. तो ये सारे अभी रिसेंटली स्कूटीज बहुत सारे डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो भी गया है, राइट. सो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि दिस ऑल थिंग्स आर टेकिंग प्लेस अंडर योर स्कीम कॉल्ड एज प्रज्ञान भारती. ओके, प्रज्ञान भारती. सो प्लीज ट्राई टू रिमेंबर दिस. ऑलराइट, ओके. सो मूविंग अहेड, Assam Cancer Care Foundation. So this is a 3-tier cancer care grid, and state has contributed ₹550 crore and ₹250 crore by Tata Trust. So ये directly important हो सकता है there. Which of the following organization is related to Assam Cancer Care Foundation? Okay, so there can be 4 different options, and your correct answer will be Tata Trust here. Okay, so ये construction progress में है, 8 districts, phase 1. Okay, within 2021, and like there are this many number of detections in last year's cancer patients, but again that figure is not very important. But you need to know about the 3-tier cancer care grid and Assam Cancer Foundation and Tata Trust. Then we have the Brahman Sarathi. Okay, now this Brahman Sarathi is about actually the free and dedicated services for women and senior citizens. लेकिन इसमें तो सब चढ़ जाता है आजकल, ठीक है. Like just a few days back only, when I was going by the road, through the road, okay, I saw a pink color bus. Normally these are the pink color buses. Okay, it is written here pink buses, but in Delhi the first coach, okay, of the Delhi Metro is again it's a pink coach specially reserved for women. Okay, और वहाँ पे strictly implemented होता है, और वहाँ पे अगर आप गलती से घुस भी गए ना, वहाँ पे आपको like they will slap you, the girls will slap you and they will just throw you out of the coach. But यहाँ पे तो सब चढ़ जाते हैं, पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है, ठीक है. बट ऑब्वियसली द वुमेन शुड स्पीक आउट if any male is like boarding these buses. But again वहाँ पे senior citizens को allow करते हैं, so they should be allowed to go there. All right. And the busiest routes, जो भी busiest route है वहाँ पे this pink buses, this is called as what, Brahman Sarathi. तो यहाँ पे देखो Brahman Sarathi बोल के एक स्कीम क्वेश्चन में दे देगा और ऑप्शंस में आपको दे देगा कि it is for the elderly citizens, it is for the women or it is for the youths. Okay, so आपको confuse करने के लिए कुछ भी statement बना के दिया जा सकता है, so please try to see this very carefully. Free ride in ASTC for youth appearing in examination and इंटरव्यूज. ओके, सो भ्रमण सारथी में आपको ASTC में जो भी यूथ्स एग्जाम देने जा रहे हैं या फिर इंटरव्यू देने जा रहे हैं तो आपको फ्री राइड मिल जाएगा. तो आप एग्जाम का एक एडमिट कार्ड निकाल के जाना जब भी आप बस में जा रहे हो, अगर एग्जाम देने के लिए या फिर इंटरव्यू देने के लिए. ठीक है. तो नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट स्कीम दैट वी कैन टॉक अबाउट इज द अहम दर्शन. ओके, एंड द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ टूरिस्ट स्पॉट्स एंड रिलीजियस प्लेसेस ऑफ ऑल faiths. तो यहाँ पे देख लो all faiths है. So this is promoting which article of constitution? Article 25. Okay, that you have the fundamental right to practice, profess, propagate and your own concise and your own religion. Okay, so यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो. और यहाँ पे ₹10 lakh transferred for infrastructure development to 915 religious institutions. ठीक है, बहुत बड़ा अमाउंट है ये. And 2 lakh annuity grant for each devalaya. ठीक है, इतना डिटेल्स में नहीं चाहिए. नामघर्स को भी मिल रहा है, 8,000 नामघर्स को 2.5 लाख रुपए मिल रहा है. एंड 614 crores of money for road connectivity. All right, so you can see this Aham Darshan is actually based on the religious institutions mainly, but this is having a huge scope in order to promote your tourism facilities in Assam. Okay, so Aham Darshan is again, and this will also create a lot of employment opportunities. Okay, and at the same time a lot of parallel like your industries and market areas will open up, and that will also lead to the upliftment of the socio-economic conditions of various sections of people. Then you have Yuva Arohan, and this is talking about the development of entrepreneurial mindset. ठीक है, in the resurgent Assam. So Yuva Arohan is talking about, यहाँ पे आपको कुछ और दे देगा, साइंस दे देगा, जॉब दे देगा, and हायर एजुकेशन दे देगा, रिसर्च दे देगा. ठीक है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. It is for what? Entrepreneurial mindset. ठीक है. एंड इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप एज अ सर्कुलर सब्जेक्ट. तो क्लास 11 ऑनवर्ड्स आपका एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप एज अ सर्कुलर सब्जेक्ट रहेगा आपका कोर्स में. एंड नैनो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप ग्रांट एज सीड कैपिटल फॉर रियल लाइफ प्रोजेक्ट्स. ठीक है, सो ये सीड कैपिटल बहुत मायने रखता है कोई भी कंपनी को ग्रो करने के लिए. सो दिस बिकम्स रियली इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड दिस इज अबाउट व्हाट योर एंटायर युवा आरोहण स्कीम. देन नेक्स्ट वन इज योर सोनाली साई साहब रूपाली पाठशाला. Okay, so Sonali Sai Rupali Pathshala, it is an infrastructure development grant to school management committees. Okay, so Sonali Sai Rupali Pathshala. So you can see, find out from the word Pathshala. Pathshala means what? School, right? So definitely it has to do something with the schools. So upgradation to be completed by October 20. So सारे schools को अच्छे बनाना है, and यहाँ पे school infrastructure upgradation at ₹25 lakh per school for 200 elementary schools on pilot basis. ठीक है, तो एक स्कूल को 25 लाख रुपए करके मिल रहा है 200 स्कूल को, लेकिन एलिमेंट्री लेवल में जो है on a pilot basis for their upliftment. Okay, so Sonali Khoikhop. ठीक है, so it is what in SMS if we say अगर खोइखोब खुनाली होता है तो then it will get converted into a Rupali Pathshala. ठीक है, so Rupali Pathshala can also convert your school to be a Hunali one. Okay, so definitely it is going to ultimately work for the strong foundation in the elementary level, because we know that हम लोगों का जो गना like there is a ASA report, okay, annual survey on education report that is conducted under Pratham NGO, an educational NGO or trust is there. Okay, they had also highlighted the fact that class 5 के बच्चे को class 2 का math arithmetic करने नहीं आता है, class 1 और 2 का English या statement पढ़ने नहीं आता है, जो भी पढ़ना चाहिए आना चाहिए. ठीक है, so this is because of the degrading quality of the government schools, and at the same time a lot of problems are there definitely. So with the upcoming NEP, new education policy, and at the same time schemes like Sonali Khoikhop Rupali Pathshala definitely can bring change. Okay, an important change at the school level, at the elementary school level, and that will really help to develop the foundation of the youths of our country. And because you know that empowering the youths can definitely empower the nation or any society or a state. So youth को empower करने के लिए उनका जो foundation education system है उसको strong करना है, ठीक है. जिसका भी foundation खराब होता है तो that person always suffer or struggle in his or her entire life. So foundation के ऊपर बहुत focus करना है, and this can be a very very important like paradigm shift in the education sector and also in the job sector in the upcoming time period of Assam. Next, teachers provincialization drive. So जितने भी teachers है, services of all teachers provincialize हो जाएगा by August 2020. ठीक है, not important for exam perspective. Last हम देखेंगे इसको, ये तो बहुत चर्चा में था और ये बिल्कुल पॉलिटिकल भी था थोड़ा सा इलेक्शन से पहले, ठीक है. टेक्टोनिक शिफ्ट इन गवर्नेंस डेलीवर इन पॉवर्टी एलिवेशन एंड मिनिमम गारंटी टू द पुअरेस्ट फॉर न्यूट्रिशन एंड हेल्थ, ठीक है. एनुअली ₹10,000 to 27 लाख पुअर हाउसहोल्ड. बेनिफिशियरी कौन है? 27 लाख पुअर हाउसहोल्ड है. डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर से मिलेगा. कितना पैसे मिलेगा? 10,000 रुपए मिलेगा. ₹400 फॉर मेडिसिन, ओके, एंड ₹430 फॉर पल्सेस, शुगर, ये सभी आपको खाना चाहिए टू मेंटेन अ प्रॉपर न्यूट्रिशन डाइट. एंड ट्रांसफर ऑफ मनी डायरेक्टली टू द प्राइमरी केयर टेकर्स ऑफ हाउसहोल्ड्स, दैट इज वुमेन. ओके, सो डायरेक्टली वुमेन नहीं तो मतलब आपका जो मेल मेंबर है उनको मिलेगा तो दारू पी के, ऐसा बहुत होता है, जो भी सरकार से पैसा आता है मेल मेंबर दारू पी के पैसे को खर्च कर देता है. ओके, अल्टीमेटली जो एक्चुअल इंटेंशन था, एक्चुअल जो एम एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव था इस स्कीम का, that is not being looked after. So that becomes really challenging and very very difficult for the government to work on the welfare of the people. All right, okay, so that is what we had to discuss in our class of 2021 Assam budget. Now at the same time we can also open up this. I have directly downloaded from the website of the Assam government. Okay, now what I will tell you is to compare, okay, some of the facts with the previously discussed budget. So I have already shown it to you that how to study the budget. Okay, now I am not going to discuss each and every detail of this budget. You will get this material, this PDF material. This has been released by our the finance minister recently. Okay, and in the in the house or in the assembly, legislative assembly of Assam. So what you need to see here, that since yesterday we have been talking about a lot of many facts about the budget, right? और अगर मैं आपको पूछता हूँ कि बजट क्या कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में मेंशन्ड है या नहीं है, ठीक है, तो डेफिनेटली वी नो दैट budget word is not mentioned in the constitution. Okay, it is actually known as annual financial statement, if you know. Okay, AFS, it is known as what? It is known as annual financial statement. So this annual financial statement is coming in which article, if you can tell me that? Okay, it comes in article 112. Okay, so that becomes a very important fact again from exam perspective. So ये जो रुपी कहाँ से आता है और रुपी कहाँ जाता है, ठीक है, ये हम लोगों ने कल के क्लास में काफी डिटेल्स में कर लिया था. तो इसको अभी तो कल हम लोगों ने देखा था कि रुपी कहाँ से मैक्सिमम आता है, सेंट्रल टैक्स से मैक्सिमम आता है, राइट, इफ यू रिमेंबर दैट. ओके, सो यहाँ पे आप देखो कि लेकिन इस बार आपका सेंट्रल टैक्सेस का शेयर हो गया 90.40, ठीक है, 90.40, और स्टेट का हो गया 19.73, लेकिन उससे भी ज्यादा आपका इस बार हो गया सेंट्रली स्पॉन्सर्ड स्कीम. ठीक है, व्हाई? बिकॉज ऑफ पेंडेमिक अगेन. ठीक है, बिकॉज ऑफ पेंडेमिक टैक्सेस कम हो गया, लोगों का इनकम कम हो गया, तो डेफिनेटली टैक्सेस विल गो डाउन एंड सेंटर को ज्यादा पैसे खर्च करना है, पब्लिक एक्सपेंडिचर खर्च करना है सेंटर को, तभी तो आपका रिसेशन से बाहर निकलेंगे, राइट. सो दिस सेंट्रली स्पॉन्सर्ड स्कीम्स दिस टाइम. सो ऐसे आपको कंपेयर करके पढ़ना है बिल्कुल, ठीक है. सो प्लीज ट्राई टू सी दिस. देन रुपी कहाँ मैक्सिमम एक्सपेंडिचर होता है. ओके, सो इसका भी जैसे हम लोगों ने देखा था सोशल सर्विस में मैक्सिमम खर्च होता है. यहाँ पे भी आप देखो 38,466 करोड़ खर्च हो जाता है सोशल सर्विस में. उसके बाद आपका 29,187 जनरल सर्विसेज, ये सेम है, और आपका इकोनॉमिक सर्विसेज थर्ड होता है. ठीक है, तो इसको भी आपको देख लेना है. देन आई थिंक सेक्टर वाइज होगा. ठीक है, तो टोटल रिसीट्स अगर आप देखोगे यहाँ पे, तो टोटल यहाँ पे हो गया ओके 1 लाख, ऑलमोस्ट 1,07,317 लाख करोड़. ठीक है, टोटल रेवेन्यू. और तो रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर, I think this we are talking about receipts. So revenue receipts and capital receipts. I hope you are very clear with what is the difference between revenue receipts and capital receipts. Okay, अगर नहीं है तो मुझे बताना, I'll tell you. But now we cannot discuss this. Okay, these are all available in our foundation course of prelims, which is available in our app in the economics classes. Then you can see this, but not very important again from exam perspective. ठीक है। सैलरी नॉन सैलरी अभी हम नहीं चाहिए, ये नहीं पूछेगा। वोटेड और चार्ज, ओके। I hope you know the differences between what is like voted on the Consolidate Fund of India or charged on Consolidate Fund of India. Okay, I hope you know that concept. Okay, then we have the general areas versus the 6 scheduled areas. All right, so आप देखो general areas, obviously general areas में ज्यादा होगा because scheduled area हमारे पास already कम है, ठीक है। उसके बाद आप देख सकते हो ये सारे important like स्कीम प्लान, ठीक है। अलग अलग स्कीम्स में कितना पैसे गया है, ठीक है, थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे मेंशन है, बट अगेन नॉट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट। जो स्कीम्स हम लोगों ने अलग से किया है और उसका जो पैसे गया है तो वो आपको देखना है, ठीक है ना। मेजर अर्निंग डिपार्टमेंट्स, ओके, बजट 21-22 में इट इज ट्राइंग टू टॉक अबाउट व्हाट मेजर रेवेन्यू अर्निंग डिपार्टमेंट्स। ऑलराइट, सो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि मेजर अर्निंग डिपार्टमेंट जो है looks like commissioner of taxes only. Okay, so obviously taxes, commission of taxes को maximum पैसे मिलेगा rather than forest और excise या फिर transport या geology and mining, ठीक है। तो this is very common sense, commission of taxes कोई। लेकिन second कौन है? second आपको मिलेगा geology and mining में maximum क्या आपका revenue collection होगा, ठीक है। so इसको याद कर लेना। and third will be your excise. okay, what is excise duty collected on the products which are manufactured within India and sold within India, but what are custom? those who are import export, वहां पे custom लगता है, ठीक है। उसके बाद आएगा ट्रांसपोर्टेशन। सो आई होप यू रिमेंबर दिस पार्ट। ओके, सो yes, it is 112. It is 112, that's right, ठीक है। all right, so we'll take a small break here. okay, I want to take a small break for 3-4 minutes and then we'll continue. I'm not disconnecting the link here. okay, I'm not disconnecting the link here. I want all of you to join back in 3 or 4 minutes again. okay, I just need a small break of some time, so we'll join back again in this same link. okay, we're not going anywhere, we don't have to join back in some other link, we'll stay here. I'm just muting my microphone and I'm stopping my camera. all right, so we'll join back in 4 minutes or so. It is now 9:40. We'll resume the class from 9:45. okay, so I expect all of you to join back by 9:45. All right, so I'm back after a small break. So we'll continue from where we left. All right, so this is again the sector view of expenditure. We had also discussed about the sector view. Okay, this time also you can see like on education, sports, art and culture. Last year it was more. Okay, and this time it is around 20,049 crores. Okay, so I want all of you to make a comparison. Okay, you will get both the PDFs. So we are not discussing this in the class right now. So since you will get it, so I want everyone to compare this part. Okay, so our exam may be, please be very specific and look carefully. If they ask you this, they're asking about which particular year. Okay, so please try to look at it. Okay, that will be very important. Okay, this time others is more. Okay, this time others, which is not specified, it is more. All right, so moving ahead, again, as we discussed about the SDG goals of last year, this time also you can see about the allocations. Okay, the goal wise allocation. So please try to last, if you remember, if you try to recollect what we discussed, the maximum was given to goal number 9, if you remember, the infrastructure, innovation and industries part, right? So this time also it is more. Okay, around 8,000 crores of money has been given. So please try to compare this, both the details of last 2021 and 21-22. Okay, because it will be very important. Again, top 5 departments. So all these things we are not covering and doing the comparison. I am expecting that you will do it by tonight itself. Okay, before going to sleep, you just compare it, because you'll get the PDF immediately after the end of the class today. So you please try to look at it. Okay, so this is again the same tabular format of this particular diagram. Okay, department wise. So which department it is the highest allocation for this particular year? You see again it is a finance department. Okay, so as like last year, I hope you remember this, that we discussed yesterday also. Okay, so total is around 1,07,556 crores. Now comes the 8 important, that is Astadash Mukutar Unnayani Mala. Okay, now we had discussed about the 18 flagship schemes of last year budget. Now let us discuss about the 18 flagship schemes of this year. This is very, very important. All right, so first one that we can discuss about the Chief Minister COVID Relief Scheme, because last year there was no COVID when the budget came out. Okay, but now again this year's budget, obviously the pandemic is going on, and we can see that the first scheme is talking about the COVID relief scheme. And यहाँ पे क्या है, in order to extend the wholesome support of the government in form of financial assistance to the families not covered under Chief Minister's शिशु सेवा स्कीम. ओके, तो चीफ मिनिस्टर का जो शिशु सेवा स्कीम है उसमें जिस जो कवर्ड नहीं है. ओके, और चीफ मिनिस्टर्स विडो स्पॉन्सर्ड स्कीम. ठीक है, जो कवर्ड नहीं है उनको क्या मिलेगा, 1 लाख shall be provided to the next of kin of a COVID-19 victim. All right, so this becomes very important. जो भी COVID-19 victim है, ओके, उनके फैमिली मेंबर्स को क्या मिलेगा, आपका फाइनेंशियल असिस्टेंस मिलेगा टू द फैमिलीज. ओके, जो लेकिन इन दो स्कीम में कवर्ड नहीं होना चाहिए, चीफ मिनिस्टर शिशु सेवा स्कीम एंड COVID-19 विडो सपोर्ट स्कीम. ऑलराइट, उनको कितना पैसे मिलेगा, 1 लाख. ओके, सो प्लीज ट्राई टू बी very very specific about this figure. Then about the microfinance incentives, obviously you know about this, that but I'll discuss, as I already told you, I'll discuss about this scheme in the economics current affairs class in the prelims capsule course itself. Okay, about the microfinance, so we're not discussing this one here. All right, but otherwise, you know that those vulnerable people who had taken the microfinance incentives or credit or loan facilities but are not able to repay back. So obviously there are certain limitations which the present government has brought forward in this particular budget. Okay, so we'll also cover those conditions in the economics current affairs class because those conditions will be important. Then engagement of unemployed youths. Okay, so obviously you know that 1 lakh jobs are going to come out in the next 1 year. So again, a good news from CSAP side that we are also launching a course on other government exams. Okay, we are launching a course on other government exams for this 1 lakh jobs. Okay, this course is for only for civil services, but we'll separately launch a course for other government exams, and we are also launching a course on UGC NET and JRF for general studies. Okay, which is going to start from 1st of August. All right, so these are certain information that I had to give you. Now the next important scheme that we can talk about is Orunodoi. Okay, and this is the largest initiative for women empowerment, okay, of DBT scheme, and there will be an increase in monthly amount of rupees 1000, okay, from the current financial benefit of rupees 830 per family. Okay, per family, okay, महिला को कितने मिलेंगे? 830 मिल रहा था अभी, okay, already एक बार मिल चुका है before election. Now they will get 1000. Okay, so please try to see this, that if they give you 830, then it will be a wrong as of now, but it will be now 1000 rupees per family for the females. Then again, Assam Mala, it was there in the last year also, this time also. This is an ambitious program for transformation of state highways and major district road network to next generation high speed road corridors. Okay, so state highways be or major district roads, both will get promoted. Then we have one new, that is your Swanirbhar Nari. Okay, that is Swanirbhar matlab self-independent, you can say self-independent woman, and that is a scheme dedicated to the weavers of Assam. So see, the beneficiaries are whom? Specifically the weavers of Assam who are weaving their dreams in the looms. Government has decided to procure what? Handloom items directly from the indigenous weaver. Okay, so government जो भी procure करेंगे, okay, so ये जो हम लोग का indigenous weavers है, okay, from Assam, so but through two different organizations, one is ArtFed and one is AGMC. So आज का homework है, आप दो line पढ़ लेना about ArtFed and AGMC. The weavers will be imparted quality training to upgrade their skills in handloom training centers and institutes. So this Swanirbhar Nari scheme is for what? All types of women? No, it is for the weavers of Assam. Okay, so please be very specific with that. And which are the organizations associated with it? ArtFed and AGMC. And 1000 kilometers of embankments come roads. Okay, so this is like what? Across the embankment of Brahmaputra and Barak Valley, and this is to mainly to promote what? Flood free Assam. Okay, so कितने किलोमीटर्स? ये बिल्कुल क्वेश्चन में आ सकता है, 1000 किलोमीटर्स. Okay, so ब्रह्मपुत्र के बैंक के साइड में क्या बनेगा? आपका रोड बनेगा. Okay, so that excess water cannot come inside, okay, breaking the embankments. So then we have Sonali Sai and Bikashit Ahom. So last time we had Sonali Sai and Rupali Patsala. This time it is what? Sonali Sai and Bikashit Ahom. So this is again to promote 1000 model anganwadi centers. Okay, that was for what? That was for the primary elementary school, okay, for learning and everything. But this is for Bikashit Ahom. It is for promotion of Anganwadi centers. So please don't get confused. It is a very, very important one. Directly match the following can also come: name of the schemes and your beneficiaries. Okay. So this is to Anganwadi center to obviously इसमें child care promote होगा. लेकिन लास्ट ईयर वाला था क्या? स्कूल्स, डायरेक्टली स्कूल्स का डेवलपमेंट में, लेकिन इस बार आंगनवाड़ी सेंटर्स में स्पेशल फोकस दिया गया है ताकि प्रॉपर रनिंग वाटर मिले. ठीक है, अभी प्रॉपर रनिंग वाटर के लिए भी एक सेंट्रल मिनिस्ट्री के थ्रू एक स्कीम चल रहा है, दैट इज योर जल जीवन मिशन. दिस इज आल्सो टू promote what? To provide free safe drinking water at household level. Each household should get it. Okay, उससे तो बहुत सारे क्या हो सकता है एडवांटेजेस है. ठीक है, वो हम मेंस के क्लासेस में डिस्कस करेंगे डेफिनेटली. उससे वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट भी होगा, बिकॉज मेनली फीमेल्स आर गोइंग टू फेच कलेक्ट द वाटर फ्रॉम द पब्लिक प्लेसेस, एंड वहाँ पे उनका 3 घंटा 4 घंटा कभी कभी चले जाते हैं. काफी एक प्रोडक्टिव टाइम पीरियड दे हैव टू लाइक give it just for that to collect the water, because household connections nahi hai, safe drinking water nahi, and while doing that they are also facing a lot of like security issues, threats are also there. So now they'll be at home because the water will be directly provided at the household level under Jal Jeevan Mission. And this scheme is also getting worked in a very proactive manner. So that also becomes very important. Okay. Then you have again the Anna Yojana that we discussed in the last year's budget also, and this is also about the affordable nutrition and nourishment assistance. Okay. So you see the full form of Anna in Anna Yojana. So Anna means what? Affordable nutrition and nourishment assistance. And this type of full forms are also getting asked in APSC prelims. Once they ask about the full form of NITI in NITI Aayog. So I hope you know the full form. Can you please type the full form of NITI in the comment section? What? Because again, it may be repeated. You never know. Okay. What is the full form of NITI in NITI Aayog? Similarly, what is the full form of Anna in Anna Yojana? It is about the affordable nutrition and nourishment assistance. Okay. And Anna Nischito Asoni. Okay. So again, you see that this is for those people who are left out from the National Food Security Act 2013. Okay. In the urban areas. ठीक है, ये मेनली अर्बन एरियाज लाइक डेस्टिट्यूट जो रास्ते में रहते हैं, ठीक है, जिसके पास घर नहीं है रहने के लिए. रेलवे स्टेशन आप जाओगे गुवाहाटी का तो बहुत सारे लोग आपको दिखेगा रास्ते में ही सोते हैं. ओके, सो दे आर डेस्टिट्यूट्स एंड होमलेस हु लिव बाय बेगिंग और दोज हु आर ऑफ अनसाउंड माइंड लिविंग इन द स्लम एरियाज ऑन द रोड साइड्स. They will be provided cooked meals with the help of reputed NGOs. Okay, so this is a very, very good initiative in fact, and this is a affordable nutrition and nourishment assistance and Anna Nischito Asoni. Okay, then tap drinking water connection in tea garden लेबर लाइन्स. ठीक है, तो टी गार्डन ये ऑलरेडी जल जीवन मिशन है, लेकिन ये स्पेसिफिकली टी गार्डन के लिए, बिकॉज क्या होता है जो आपका टी गार्डन्स होते हैं, ओके, मैक्सिमम टाइम पे दे आर एक्चुअली नॉट गेटिंग द benefits of various schemes. Why this happens? Because tea garden areas are actually considered to be private properties, and private properties mein government schemes are not, many government schemes are not applicable, but now slowly government has realized that mistake, and now they are also targeting the garden areas, tea garden areas in a specific manner. Okay, so unko bhi kya milega? Tap drinking water connections milega. ठीक है, so then revitalizing the agriculture. Now this is a very important one. Okay, and government of Assam now proposes to constitute an agriculture commission under, so यहाँ पे एक statement दे देगा कि under this budget, okay, government of Assam has decided to constitute an agricultural commission. So that is true or false? You should be very clear about it. Okay, under a scientist of international repute to focus on issues related to agriculture, animal husbandry, dairy sector in Assam. The commission will study and suggest measures for achieving self-sufficiency in all these fields like production of milk, egg, pork production. Okay, now what I want you, ek aapko main homework deta hu ki there are various kind of revolutions. Okay, what is grey revolution, what is white revolution, what is green revolution, what is pink revolution, what is yellow revolution. Okay, so this kind of revolutions please go through, okay, and try to relate to it. Okay, all right, so white revolution belongs to what? It is belonging to milk. Green revolution basically belongs to the crop products of agriculture, mainly it was rice and wheat. Okay, उसमें आपका MSP issue भी बहुत important है. Okay, MSP issue is also very, very important. The MSP is decided by which organization? It is decided by CACP. Okay, it is decided by CSCP. So you should be knowing about this particular informations. Anyways, on agriculture current affairs, I'll definitely discuss with the MSP issue. Why? Because of the farmers' protest. Okay, and the farm bills that had come this year itself. So we will discuss about it, but we'll discuss that in the agriculture current affairs class within this prelims capsule course, so don't worry. Okay, then we have the Guru Khuti project, and this is to provide livelihood options to indigenous youth living in that area, encompassing not only modern agriculture practices but also scientific animal rearing practices. One such experiment was at Guru Khuti under Sipajar block in Darang district. Okay, so the Darang district, okay, at the Sipajar block there is a place called as Guru Khuti, and उसी के नाम पे आपका Guru Khuti project है. तो this is for whom? Again, see, आपको statements बनाने में तो काफी सारे statements बना के confuse किया जा सकता है, but to avoid that confusion, you should be very specifically clear that Guru Khuti project is for what? For the youths, okay, who are practicing modern agriculture, okay, or on scientific lines. And this is again what? This is again nothing but D or DPSP. Okay, because this is again promoted in DPS3. If I'm not wrong, it should be Article 48. Please check it. Okay, Article 48 of Part 4 Constitution of India. Then we have Blue Revolution. Okay, we have Blue Revolution, Sunil Biplop, to encourage a community-based fish culture. Okay, by constructing village community tanks, because fisheries are very, very important, and Assam especially is having so many number of wetland areas, right? So many number of wetland areas. So within these wetlands, but in spite of having this innumerable wetland areas, Assam still are importing fish or pisciculture products from other states. And in fact, this had already come in 2018 mains of APSC. What are the reasons? Okay, because of lack of scientific practice of pisciculture. So this kind of Blue Revolution, it belongs to pisciculture, and this is the Sunil Biplop. So Sunil Biplop is associated with which revolution? It is associated with Blue Revolution, or increasing the production and the efficiency of fish cultivation in Assam. Okay, so आप इसको देख लेना. And recent experience of RIDF implementing Ghore Ghore Pukhuri Ghore Ghore Mas. Okay, shows that fish ponds constructed on the lines of community ponds are successful in achieving socio-economic development. So these are the products you should be definitely writing in your mains answers also. Okay, so I hope Sunil Biplop you will remember with the Blue Revolution and Ghore Ghore Pukhuri Ghore Ghore Mas. Then you have the Department of Indigenous Faith and Culture. So I hope you all know this, that a new department has been launched. Okay, for example, in 2014, when the BJP government or the NDA government had formed the government, okay, for the first time after the 10 years of UPA. So they had formed a new ministry. If you are able to recollect that ministry, it is the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Okay, so that new ministry was launched in 2014, the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Now, similarly, in Assam, we have a new department, okay, of Indigenous Faith and Culture. So this Department of Indigenous Faith and Culture for preservation and propagation of what? Unique languages. Please see this: unique languages, cultures, religious customs, rituals, attires, food habits, and all these things. Okay, so please see these particular things, and prime objective of this is to keep the tradition and heritage of small ethnic groups and communities of our state preserved and protected. So the objective of the department will be to keep vibrant the eternal art and culture, religious traditions, folk songs, and similar other identities of each group of the state. Okay, तो indigenous culture को protect करने के लिए अभी हमारे पास एक नया department है under Ministry of Culture. Next that we can talk about is about the expeditious implementation of special capital projects. All right, so you see here that in order to further expedite the administrative process and to do away with redundancy in our system, they are talking basically about the red tapeism or the babudom culture or the hurdles of bureaucracy. ठीक है, इसलिए जैसे सेंट्रल लेवल में एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव रिफॉर्म कमीशंस ARC, और वो भी हम लोग अगर यूपीएससी का प्रिपरेशन करते हैं तो वी शुड बी स्टडिंग एटलीस्ट द समरीज ऑफ द ARC रिपोर्ट्स, एंड देयर आर 15 ARC रिपोर्ट्स. इन दैट सिमिलर लाइन असम के एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को रिफॉर्म करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट इज टॉकिंग अबाउट एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव रिफॉर्म्स. ओके, एंड दैट इज व्हाट दिस पर्टिकुलर स्कीम इज टॉकिंग अबाउट. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट जो आता है आपके पास स्पेशल असिस्टेंस टू स्मॉल ट्रेडर्स एंड आर्टिसंस. नाउ दिस इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वन, स्पेशली ड्यूरिंग द pandemic time period. Small traders and artists all are facing a huge hurdle. All right, so COVID pandemic has affected all the spheres of life, so government is again trying to support them during this global pandemic time period. Then again, for the students of class 9 and 10, smartphones will be provided, but of only government schools, not of private schools. Okay, so and this is to what? This is for the minimize the learning loss and bridge the digital divide, because गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स के बच्चे के पास अगर स्मार्टफोन नहीं है तो ऑनलाइन क्लासेस कैसे करेंगे. ठीक है, तो इसीलिए इसको प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट has carried forward with this particular scheme. All right, and isme even I'll be happy to tell you that even I have a part in it, because like this year in January or like before February, to the present Chief Minister of Assam, I had given him this proposal to include this as a part of the education reforms. Okay, so in fact even now I am being invited by the Education Minister of Assam to discuss a few things regarding this particular schemes. Anyways, that's I'm engaged into the department, so that is something I'm also contributing. All right, so next that is we can talk about is about the 1,000 health sub centers will be converted to hospitals. This is again a very important scheme. Sub centers जो होते हैं आपका, okay, at various levels, so it will be converted to mainstream hospitals in order to promote the your health system. Okay, because in fact this was realized during the COVID-19 pandemic, about because we have a health crisis. We don't have sufficient number of hospital beds, we don't have sufficient number of ICU beds, we don't have sufficient number of doctors per 1,000 population as per WHO recommendation. Okay, we don't even have one doctor available for 1,000 population. We don't have good number of paramedical staff, okay, for a particular population of the state. So all this will be fulfilled only when we'll be working on and bringing reforms in the health sector. Now let us see some of the major announcements of 2021-2022. Okay, that formation of a new district. Now you know that Bajali has been created as a new district, and if there are certain new districts, you should definitely read on it. Okay, Chief Minister's Shishu Seva Scheme, Chief Minister's COVID-19 Widow Support Scheme. Okay, Assam Cultural Complex in New Delhi. This also becomes very important. Okay, Assam Cultural Complex कहाँ खोला गया? अगर पूछेगा तो it will be, your answer will be New Delhi. Making Guwahati Hills encroachment free. कि गुवाहाटी में सराउंडिंग जितने भी हिल्स है वो एनक्रोचमेंट फ्री होगा. दैट इज अ वेरी गुड स्टेप. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस एनक्रोचमेंट ओनली गुवाहाटी में फ्लैश फ्लड बहुत ज्यादा होता है. ठीक है, गुवाहाटी में फ्लैश फ्लड. अच्छा, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन फ्लैश फ्लड एंड नॉर्मल फ्लड? ओके, फ्लैश फ्लड इज समथिंग दैट इज getting separated by the 76 centimeter line. कि अगर एक जगह पे 76 centimeter से ज्यादा rainfall हो जाता है within a short amount of time period, then that there is a high probability that it will get converted into flash flood. Flash flood means the water suddenly comes and then suddenly disappears. ठीक है, लेकिन natural flood में क्या होता है? धीरे धीरे आता है पानी, बढ़ते हैं and then धीरे धीरे वो कम होता है. But flash flood में, गुवाहाटी में flash flood बहुत ज्यादा होता है because गुवाहाटी city is like a bowl, okay, and the center is actually a bit depressed and surrounding is surrounded by the hills. So जितने भी hills में encroachment होगा, there will be deforestation and soil erosion ज़्यादा होगा. तो जितने भी बारिश होगा तो entire soil comes and all the drains of Guwahati gets filled up. Okay, so dredging भी properly नहीं होता है and that is why the flash flood is a major issue in Guwahati. So अगर encroachment free होगा तो deforestation नहीं होगा, तो soil erosion कम हो जाएगा. Then your even there is rainfall, but if soil does not come down, so your drains will not get filled up and the extra amount of water can immediately move out through the drainage or proper drainage channel. All right, so then we have the settlement, about settlement forest areas. Now these things are not going to come in the exam. Okay, new medical colleges, okay, setting up 10 commando battalions, public spaces in open area and urban areas. Okay, this is a very good step because इससे आपका youth का health, physical exercises will get promoted. These are very good steps. दिल्ली जाओगे, बेंगलोर जाओगे तो आप हर एक सोसाइटी में आपको एक छोटा छोटा पार्क दिखेगा जहाँ पे people can go out for walk and jogging and everything and for exercises or yoga. But यहाँ पे तो आपको you have to do it at the roads, which is not very safe. Okay, like a lot of accidents take place. So that is a very good step. Again, Arundhati Gold Scheme, social sector. What I'll do is like जो भी ये special schemes है, okay, I'll try to bring out, I'll definitely bring out a class on Shishu Seva Scheme, Widow Support Scheme. Then we'll discuss about the Arundhati Gold Scheme. Okay, then like Jivika Sakhi, Bank Sakhi, Krishi Sakhi, Pasu Sakhi, what are these? We'll discuss about in the next class. Okay, then Northeast Space Application Center. This is a very important one. It's again a homework I'm giving you. Please read on it. Okay, at least 3-4 lines. Try to read on it. It will be very important. We'll also have a state university in Karbi Anglong. Okay, construction of government buildings. Then Tejasvi Nava Dhitamas to Edu Infra Funds. Okay, I will discuss about this in the next class. Okay, about the details of this particular funds. Then district stadium complexes, new zoo at Dibrugarh and Silchar, important ones. क्वेश्चन आ सकता है कि नया जू कहाँ कहाँ बनने वाला है. ठीक है, देन APOL VRS to employees, Centers of Educational Excellence, Assam Cancer Care Foundation, we had already discussed about this. NDFB rehabilitation is a very important one for the extremism and part. And Sivsagar as a conservation of heritage. Okay, Sivsagar district, जिसके लिए we also seen in the recent assembly, Akhil Gogoi has been demanding 100 crores of fund for this particular thing. Okay, so these are some of the things जो भी important है from exam perspective. Okay, out of this 25, I will discuss it in the next class, all right, with all of you, with the details of this particular major announcements. But again, since these are announcements, actually many of the things are not very clear. Okay, so once it becomes clear, because the budget has not been yet passed as of now, so nothing is, so इससे questions आने का chances बहुत कम है, that I will tell you, because by 15th of August the budget will be passed. Okay, and after it everything will get crystal clear. So but by that you'll not even be left out with 1 month of time period for your exam. So the chances for coming, if whatever the new announcements are there, okay, the chances of coming as in the form of a question will be very less for this particular prelims year. Okay, so there are some glossary of terms like what do you mean by budget, okay, and major budget components, so you can just give a reading on it. Okay, and then we have the structure of government accounts. Okay, now this is already discussed in our economics class also, and also in a polity class, what is consolidated fund, what is contingency fund, and what is public accounts. Okay, I hope you are very clear with this kind of concepts. You should be reading about this. Okay, then receipts and expenditures. Now these things are actually discussed in the economics class, so we won't be discussing this particular concepts in this prelims capsule course. Okay, then we have the types of receipts. Please go through these particular things. Okay, what is tax revenue, what is grants in aid, what is non-tax revenue, what is revenue receipts, what is capital receipts, what is revenue expenditure, what is capital expenditure. Okay, I want you all to give a reading on this, and if you have already taken our economics smart books, all these things are explained there in great details. Okay, then you have one state owned priority development schemes. ठीक है, इसमें allocation होगा 6 scheduled councils में, तो ये भी थोड़ा सा देख लेना, otherwise it's not very important for this particular year's prelims exam. ठीक है, so with that we have come to an end of the budget discussion of 2021 and 21-22. So I hope you have gone through it. Okay, Shreya goes, will there be any class for CSAP? No, Shreya, we will not take any CSAP class because this is a prelims capsule course only for GS. CSAP, it is already available in our application. Okay, that is in our CSAP app. Already 75 video lectures have been uploaded. Okay, so you can go through it. And National Institution for Transforming India. Yes, that is very much right. That is a full form of NITI in NITI Aayog. Okay, so please try to get whatever full forms or abbreviations you get. Okay, that sometimes it becomes really important. For current affairs and general science, yes, definitely science के ऊपर current affairs class रहेगा. I'll take current affairs class on every topic, don't worry. Science, okay, then economics, agriculture, will take a current affairs session on every topic. We have time now. Okay, just give 1 to 1.5 hour to this class 3-4 times in a week. Okay, till last of August. Okay, I'll continue this class till at least till August 30 or 31st. Okay, and then so that you can revise it in the next 10 days. Or I definitely I'm very optimistic that a lot of questions and topics will be common from whatever we're discussing in these classes. So we have another many sessions to go, so I'll take up everything that are required to be taken up for this particular course. All right, so let's meet in the next class with another new topic. Till then, thank you so much everyone, and please study hard and practice a lot. Focus more on practice as of now. Focus more on practice and revision at this time. Okay, thank you and good night all. Bye bye.